All right, so now that we've set up some of these options and set these other things up, let's go ahead and make a page just to start with, just to get a feeling for it. So I'm going to go over to Pages, click on Pages, and then you'll see our pages. We have sample page and what have you, right? So we're just going to go ahead and go to the top and just click. We don't really need this. Get out of there. Add New, and it's going to open up basically a new page window, or however you want to call it. And yeah, so it's, if you want, you can look through this again. Feel free to look through any of these things. Maybe they'll explain it better than I do. I'm just going to exit out of that. But basically, this is the interface for us to create the page. Now, at the top, you can see we have this extra button that says Edit with Elementor. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to do that next class. But that's how you make pages with Elementor. There's other ways too, actually. If you hover over a page, you can see you can do that. But anyway, so what we're going to do is just up here, I'm just going to go ahead and put like my first page, and this is the page title. And there we go. Okay, so once you do that, just go ahead and hit Publish. Click Publish again. And we can go ahead and click View Page. Oh, crap, it actually went to it. Didn't mean to go to it. Oh, well. All right, and then you can see my first page, and you can see this is what it looks like. It's pretty great. So let's go back to, actually, I could probably just click Edit Page, right? Click on Edit Page, I guess. But so anyway, we're going to go back here, back to the Gutenberg editor, and we can see what we have here. All right, so on the right, you're going to see there's two tabs. There's this block and page, okay? So the page is the overall look of our page, okay? Close this tab here. Is the overall look of this page. It controls the settings, basically, of the page. And the block is the block that you have specifically. So we don't have any blocks in here, but basically Gutenberg is a block system. So you can add blocks, and so like text blocks, image blocks, things like that. So I'm going to go to Page. And we're going to go down here, and I'm just going to look, and I just want to change, we can change a bunch of different things about it. But what I want to do is go down here where it says Page Attributes. And right now it says Default Template. And what that means is if I click Preview, I'm just going to preview in a new tab. You can do that too if you want. That way I have the two, and I can click back and forth between the two to see what I have and what I'm working on. I don't like this sidebar here. Like, this is good if you're doing a blog, but it's not super useful for what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is over here on the page, that, you'll see it says Default Template. Now that we have Elementor, it actually has canvas and full width. I'm going to choose full width. So choose full width and then hit Update. And if we go back here and I refresh it, you should see this will go away. And now it's using a full width, which means it's going to go across the whole way, and there's no sidebar. Okay, so that's called the sidebar, and that had those widgets that I was talking about where it's like extra little things. So in this case, I had the latest blog post was the widget that was on there. Okay, so Elementor for full width. Okay, so the way that it works is this. We can hit this little plus here, or you can hit this plus here. Either one works, but basically you add a block like that. So I'm going to click, and let's just go ahead and choose a heading block. So you can see it right here. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to add a heading. And then on the heading, I'm just going to see, here is my first CMS page. So that's it, first, yeah, CMS page, right? Woo! Okay. Great, so we just added that. Now, on that, I can change all the settings and things of it using the options here, okay? So we can click on, this will change the blocker style type. This will change, I can make it full width, so I'm going to go ahead and make it full width. That'll make it go the full way across. I can change the heading level, so right now it's at H1 or H2. I can make it H1, H5. Obviously, this is specific to this, the alignment here. I can make it bold, italicized, blah, blah, blah. And then this is the general settings. You don't really need to do too much with that. Also, while I'm in here, if I'm in the block, you'll see the settings, block settings here. And this is what I was talking about before. So I can change the color and, background color, clear. Background color, I can change the color of the text, things like that, right? So that's what's here. I can click on custom color. You get the idea. All right, so we'll call that good. Okay, so I want to add another block. And this time I'm just going to go ahead and do an image. So to add another block, and click on this, or again, or click on this. But it's easier to do here because that way you know what happens afterwards. Click on this, and this time I want to do an image. There's the image. Okay, and now it's going to ask me to upload an image. So I just hit upload, and then I find a picture to upload. Do I have any on the foreground here? We'll do this fish photo. Okay, so that's going to open up my picture, and then we will see the picture here. It's going to take a second. Okay, let's take a little longer than I thought. All right, and again, it has the same kind of thing where I have options here. I can do rounded when I have the block over here, and I have settings over here. I'm not going to worry about any of that. What I'm going to do is add another block. Okay, click on this. And now you'll see I have these here, and there's some here, but I don't have all of them. I can search right here. So I want to do columns. So if I started typing column, I would see them. But if I hit browse all, you can actually see all of the blocks that are currently available over here. Okay, so there's a bunch of them. You can play around with them if you want. I'm going to go ahead and do columns. Click on columns. And then it's going to say, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 columns. All right. Now, unfortunately, if you look, because I click on that thing, it'll be the same thing as doing it up here. That's actually what this does, is it brings up the blocks, which I don't really want to do. So I brought up here. Now, what's nice, because these are blocks, you can actually drag them. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the little lines here, and I'm just going to drag this down, and I'm going to drag it underneath this. Hopefully. Let's try that again. Come on. Let's try, why you no work? All right, let's try grabbing this guy and drag him above it, because it's being pretty lame. Oh, crap. Messed it up. Let's try again. There we go. There's also, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Okay, so like this went above and I didn't want it. See these arrows? These will also do it. So if I push this, it'll move it up, and this will also move it down. So I'm going to move this one up because I want that at the top, and I want that down. And this has it too. For whatever reason, it didn't have the arrows when it was up there. But anyway, so there we go. So now I have these 3 columns that I can then make adjustments to. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the gear here so that I can see the panel on the side. And I can see, oh, I can change the number of columns here. And if we do advanced, there's nothing really in there. Okay, so I can change the number of columns. I just want 3. 3 is good enough for me. And then what I can do is add items in here as well. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click on the little plus to add a block. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add, what did I want to add? We'll just do text. So I'm just going to go ahead and go text, or paragraph, sorry. So we'll do paragraph. And then I'm just, write some dummy text in there. Or I can do lorem ipsum. If you remember lipsum.com. And I'm just going to generate some lipsum. Generate lorem ipsum. Sorry. Please generate lorem ipsum. Okay. And then I'll just grab a paragraph here. Control C. Go back here. That way it's a little bit easier. And Control V. And voila. Okay. And then I can just click the plus here. Again, I'm just going to choose paragraph. And I'm just going to Control V. And I'm going to go to the next one here. Boom. Paragraph. And Control V. All right. So I have this page here. Now, if I want to preview it, all I got to do is hit Update. Okay. I can hit Preview and open a new tab, but I already have it. I'm going to close this one out. I already have it right here. So I'm just going to click on this and just hit Refresh to go to that tab. And it will show me the updated version of my site. Now, it's not 1-to-1, but it should be, relatively close. Okay, so you can see that looks like that. And you would just add more blocks, and you could just add more with that. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is the default system. There's no doing this wrong. I just want you to explore. So go ahead and add more, remove some, play with the setting. It's the best way to learn. We're eventually going to use the Elementor anyway, but I just want you to see that this is the default. So if you ever do run into it, some things are good to do in here. Yeah. Okay. So feel free to play with it. Just make sure you hit update so that it saves what you did. After you hit publish, this will turn to update. So just make sure you're saving it That should hopefully give you a good enough idea of how that works. All right. But when you're ready and you're good to go, just hit the next on the slideshow.